This is the road to the title. He had the 5-set comeback in the first round and then didn't lose another set, Martina, until today.
He played better and better as he needed to, as the opponents got better, and played his best tennis against Novak and even better against Sasha Zverev today. And that's what champions do.
All right, so that's how he got there. Let's, as we always do at the end of a major final, spare a thought for Sasha Zverev, who is now 1-4 in Slam finals, and 3 of the 4 that he's lost, he's had leads and let them go. I imagine he would feel a whole lot worse about this, Jim, had Paris not happened.
No, you could see it in his post-match comments that he is still riding on that cloud of joy from winning at Roland Garros and the relief that his career is now going to be, in his mind, a success because he's a major champ to go along with that gold medal. One takeaway that I will have, the one break point that he had today, the story is going to be, and we've highlighted it multiple times, that he slipped and that cost him a chance in that point. But he made mistakes prior to that.
Yeah.
That he sliced a couple of shots in that rally. He was hoping for help instead of taking it.
Right.
And that's if he wants to have more success against someone like a Jannik Sinner, you cannot afford to ask for help. You've got to take what's yours. And he didn't right there.
He shouldn't have been that far back behind the baseline. You really are hoping at that point. And I want to compare when Zverev slipped, he hurt himself a little bit, but he was okay. When Sinner slipped, he got up and still won the point. And I think that goes back to, you commented how good his balance is. I think it goes back to skiing. Because you always, when you ski, you have to keep fighting for that middle of the foot. You have to be really well balanced. And his balance is unbelievable for somebody that tall. He's nimble. Yeah.
Sinner famously has never won a match that's gone over 3 hours and 50 minutes. This one was creeping towards that magic number. If it had gone to 5 sets, it was definitely going to go over, but he got in just under the wire, and so he didn't have to face that down. Here's some of what Zverev achieves even with the loss. He moves up to number 2 in the rankings. That matches his career high. And he does also complete, by the way, the box set of career Slam finals. That's something only 4 active players can achieve. He's in a good place, it seems.
He's in a phenomenal place. He has so much momentum under him right now. In addition to that Roland Garros title, Jannik Sinner has really been the guy that he's been very clear. I don't want to see this guy anywhere in the draw. There was a lot of success that he found in today's match, more than he's found in the last several meetings with him. He can build on that when he looks at it from a whole. And as he said in the speech after, he believes he can win this title. That's a huge step.
Mm-hmm. And Alcaraz slides to number 3 in the rankings because he's not been playing, obviously. So Zverev will be occupying that number 2 spot, anchoring the bottom of these draws for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, in terms of the race to the ATP Finals in Turin, actually, as of today, both Sinner and Zverev have clinched their spots in the final field of 8. So